Okay, guys, so first things first, you want to make sure that your flat sheet is washed and dried already, because this is going to have fabric paint on it. Now, the size sheet that I'm using is actually a queen size sheet, and I'm going to use this as a sham, so therefore, you know, it's going at the bottom of the bed. Now, you don't have to do the trim, but I'm actually going to. What I'm going to use is this product right here. It's actually called a no-sew glue, and I purchased this from Tuesday's Morning. They had like a whole kit full of no-sew glues. Now in this one, all you simply do is just apply it to the back of the product or fabric that you're using, and then you once you apply it to the glue to the fabric, then you stick it to whatever side what other material you're going to use, excuse me. So what I'm going to do is take my ribbon, and I actually used my Q-tip. I pour a little bit of the glue on the tissue, and then what I do is I just take the Q-tip, grab a little glue, apply it to the ribbon, and then stick it down. Now let me just show you on a practice piece what it looks like. Okay guys, so this is my practice piece, and this is pretty much a rough draft of what I'm going to do. I'm just going to take my ribbon, apply it along the bottom seam, and then we're going to be stenciling this rose onto the fabric, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and apply the glue to the back of my ribbon and apply it along the seam of the flat sheet that I'm using for my sham. Okay, dolls, so what you need to do is get your ribbon prepared, and I'm going to just cut going across, okay, with a pair of scissors. And after you do that, you just want to take your little lighter and you just want to make sure that you light it, okay? Now what you're doing is just making sure that you don't have any frayed edges when you go to apply the ribbon to your flat sheet. Alright dolls, so I've already added the hem, and I'm actually adding this while my husband's doing the stenciling so we can get it done a lot faster. And as you can see, he has placed the stencil down on the fabric with the stencil tape. And the stencil tape just simply looks like this. It just pretty much mimics painter's masking tape, which I'm almost sure we could have used. So if you don't have stencil tape, then just buy some painter's masking tape, okay? Now the paint that we're using is this right here. This is the Martha Stewart satin paint, and the color we're using is tartan red. And we purchased this from Michael's as well, and it's a multi-surface craft paint. Now to stencil it on, he's just using this stencil brush set, and we purchased this from Michael's as well, okay? And he's just pretty much stenciling the paint onto the fabric. So he's going to go ahead and show you guys how he's doing that. Okay, so what you want to do is just make sure that the paint, you have it on a foam plate or a piece of cardboard or something. Just squeeze it on there, and then when you get the stencil on, when you get the paint on your brush, you want to make sure that you just dab the brush on the extra side of the plate, because you don't want to have excess paint built up on the brush, because what happens is the bristles will slide under the stencil, and it'll mess up the design. So you just want to keep pouncing your brush up and down just like that. And he's just grabbing some extra paint and just going in with the stencil. And you want to just do this all around. And we have about 3 stencils, so what he did was just pre-measure where he wanted them. He laid the 3 stencils down, then we'll take them off, slide the blanket down, measure where we want the rest of the stencils to be, and then go ahead and paint. And you just want to keep repeating that process until you get done. Okay love, so we're actually working on the last 2 stencils, and I just wanted to throw in a couple of tips. if you only purchase one stencil, then you're going to have to get like a little baby rag, something really soft that you can wipe the back off with a little bit of soap and water, only because when you pick the stencil up and move it, you don't want to place paint down on the area that you actually need to stencil, because it'll mess up the design. Also, I would actually suggest purchasing more than one stencil. We have 3 stencils in total, and you know, we just place them down, measure, do your measurements prior to, you know, as far as how far you want the stencils to be, and make sure that you tape it down, and also to place some newspaper under the area that you're working on, because the paint does tend to bleed through just a little bit. It's not a lot, but it does have some kind of some little bit of spotting going on. So those are just some tips. If I think of anything else, I'll make sure I do some annotations throughout the video. So here is the bed skirt. It is all complete, and as you can see, there are some wrinkles that I still need to press out. Currently it's dry to the touch, but I just asked my husband to help me put it up on our bed, because I don't want the kids to end up touching it or messing around with it, you know, tomorrow when they get up. So what I'm going to do is allow it to continue to dry for a couple more hours, and then I will go ahead and press the wrinkles out of the bed skirt. I absolutely love it. I needed a new bed skirt because I changed the colors in our bedroom. I like the blue with the black, white, and red a lot better than the orange. I just think that this gives it a more romantic feel and just something new and fresh. I hope you guys really enjoy this and get some inspiration from it. I was just sitting there and I'm like, I need a new bed skirt, looking around, couldn't find it. So I was talking to my sister. I'm like, you know what, I'm about to make me a bed skirt, and yeah, just got up and did it. So I hope you guys enjoy it, and until next time, have a gorgeous day. Smooches. Mwah. Bye.